Oh, shit. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Let's just check everything. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, what's going on here? Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Chaos Before Cosmos. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Kerry. Guys who've been here before, I'm just gonna stop right there. Just give me 1 second. I just gotta change something in the chat settings as well. Hold up, wait a minute. How is everybody? Mystical, Polly, Amber. I'm like, I had to look over here because I'm like, I can't see on the screen. I'm like, oh. How are we, people? We good? We've got fixed signs today, right? Fixed signs should be fun. Gala, how are you, beautiful? Oh, you know, like if we think any of the other groups are going to be interesting, I think fixed signs are probably going to be the I think the fixed signs are probably going to be the most interesting, to be honest, out of these reads that we're doing this week. So, you know, look, for those of you guys that are fellow Leos of the channel, you know, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what it's like being fixed sometimes. What am I doing here? That's what I'm doing. Oh, my hay fever was playing up today, so I got the sniffles a little bit. All right, I think I've done what I needed to do there. Yeah. All right. Hoi, I'm like, so I got some extras, extra symbols on today. So I've got Archangel Michael symbol on as well as the seal of Satan on both hands there. So my kids now think it's appropriate to draw on themselves with texture. I'm like, yeah, fair call. So fixed. Well, I mean, like, is something that's fixed really that bad? I mean, it's not broken, is it? If it's fixed, it's not broken, right? That's good. I got jokes today. Now, all right, guys, let's get into this reading for today. We are looking at fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So this is going to be, again, we're looking at themes for Scorpio season and what's sitting in the shadows. So we're going to be asking 2 questions. What's sitting in your shadow that you need to heal, and what do you need to end and release? All fixed in your top 3. Well, it's no wonder you're so stubborn, lady. It's no wonder. I'm seeing 333 on my screen over here. So, look, fixed signs, right? Might be a good time to get unfixed and start doing some manifesting while the ascended masters are around you. But let's get into the daily jazz. And then we're going to go through each sign and have a look at those 2 questions. After this, we've got another stream set for in 2 hours' time for live mini reads. So feel free to join that if you guys have got questions you want to ask about your personal stories. Anything you need to know about me, my services, products, etc., you will find in the description box below. So check that out. All right, let's get into it, guys. So today, where I'm at, because again, remember, I'm all the way over in Australia. So, well, some of you guys from my end of the world, but it's the 28th of October, 2025. That breaks down to 119. Number 11, number 2. Now, interesting that the number 11 and number 2 are showing up there with Taurus and Aquarius being a part of this read for today. Today is Tuesday, which is Mars energy, Mars, Aries, Scorpio energy. Sun's in Scorpio and the moon is in Sagittarius. All right. So some of you guys could be seeing 144. That was the numerology that was pulled for this read. So you're being asked to work hard at the moment, right? Work harder. So red is my color, isn't it? It certainly is. So you are being asked to work hard and stay focused on working towards your goals. So, you know, stay determined, especially, I want to say, like, if you can manage to channel, you know, some of your emotions maybe into creative projects right now as well, that'd potentially be a good idea. So I don't know if you're feeling some type of way, like, you know, not so pleasant feelings bubbling up the surface, paint them out, draw them out. Look, you might even want to scream them out into a pillow, whatever you need to do, fix signs, but stay focused at the moment. All right. So today the energy presenting, so you might feel like taking some sort of action towards resolving situations where where there's like deep emotional truths that have been hidden. So you could just be feeling like this kind of this urge to maybe even want to reach out to particular people, trying to seek, you know, the truth about particular situations from the past. Look, personally, me, like, I would just, you know, whatever, who cares, you know what I mean? Like, unless it's going to affect me in the present or in the future, these secrets or what's hidden, I don't really give a flying fuck, right? So if it's not, you know, if it's not something that, again, is going to impact your future, your present moment, I probably wouldn't go out seeking some sort of information or, you know, confessions from people. You know, I feel like it's a little bit unnecessary to kind of provoke, you know, conversation with people that we've disconnected with, or that we no longer want to have a part of our lives, where, you know, those truths actually serve no good purpose, right? So, but you do you, boo, right? Like, you do you. If you feel like that's what you need to do, then you do that, okay? You do what you feel like you need to, but you might just feel like this energy of you needing to dig to the bottom of certain situations, and maybe even reaching out to try to communicate with people. So just gauge whether it's worth it, gauge whether it's going to be information that's relevant. Like, again, if it's past stuff about what happened, you know, secrets about people cheating in relationships and shit like that, like, who cares, right? Who cares? Let them live their lives. You're doing you, and continue to do you. So, all right, we're going to go through each of the signs. What do you need to heal that's sitting in your shadows that you're not addressing? And what do you need to end and release? I need my pen. I was about to put my pen away. Bloody hay fever, I swear. All right. Oh, God. I only want you to love, right? I don't know, Taurus, man. I'm going to have to start that. I'm going to start that at 7 minutes, right? So, I don't know, Taurus. Was there somebody that you want to love on, right? I only want you to love, right? I only want to love on you. Who are you trying to love on? Or is this somebody that wants to love on you? I mean, we are reading about you, your energy in your shadows, Taurus. So I only want you to love. Oh, God. Taurus, I hope we get a good reading here for you. We don't generally have a very good rapport up on this channel with Taurus energy, probably because of all the Leos that I usually read for that have dealt with Taurus energies in the past, particularly Divine Feminine Leo energy that's dealt with Taurus in the past. Just seems to be a bit of a doozy, like fire sign women with earth sign men, doesn't it? It just seems to be a difficult path, a difficult coming together, a difficult breaking apart, right? It's just I don't know what happens there. But Taurus, let's have a look what's going on here. What's in your shadow here that you need to look at that you're not addressing? Oh, something's bittersweet, right? So we got bittersweet and replaceable. I only want you to love, huh, Taurus? Who do you want to love, Taurus? What did you do? What did you do to yourself, Taurus, darling? All right. So again, this is we are talking about shadow aspects of Taurus energy right now. So again, don't expect it to be all nice and pleasant up in here today, guys. Leos expect to be triggered too, right? Somebody shut the gate, right? It's like somebody shut the gate on you. The gate's been shut, okay? You've closed something. You maybe shut something out that you didn't want to hear, right? Now everything's a little bit bittersweet. You could be being a little bit bitter at the moment, right? But what's with this record, okay? You want to go round and round? Okay, so I don't know, Taurus, you just, it's like you keep going around and around and around on the same topic, the same person, the same energy has been showing up, again, on this channel for a very, very long time. You shut somebody out, or something's been shut down, shut out, you've been shut out with, again, something that you feel is irreplaceable, right? So what did you do? You did something when it came to something that you couldn't replace. Well, you're getting some sort of different perspective, aren't you? But Taurus, the problem is here, right, is that you don't address these things soon enough, right? You don't address these issues when they arise. And I'm going to say, if this is the Taurus energy in particular that we've been, you know, a lot of us readers have been picking up on, especially Taurus masculine, well, yeah, you are getting these perspectives a little too late, right? It's like you've realized a little too late that somebody isn't replaceable. You can't just go out and find another person that is going to be like the person that you had. So your problem here looks to be like you like to just kind of shut the truth down as well, right? You like to kind of just, I will just put it behind the gate, lock it away. We don't need to see that, right? We're not gonna look at that, okay? We're not gonna look at that. It's like, you know, Taurus, I feel like, you know, and I'm sorry starting to get a tickle in my throat chakra, right? Somebody doesn't like hearing it, man. Look, nobody does. Nobody's gonna like hearing these reads this week. They're not meant to be likable. They are meant to be triggering and and also, you know, giving you some sort of direction or something to work on here, right? Something that you need to look at so that you don't keep making the same mistake. Well, I guess if you're feeling bittersweet about somebody who's irreplaceable, you're not going to be able to replace this person. So you probably won't go through this lesson again, Taurus. You know, and that's the problem, is that you've now learnt this too late. So somebody's either closed you out, shut you out, or you shut something out, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, right? What was it like? Oh, I've just, you know, discovered that after all this time that I've shut this person out or shut this shit down, that, oh, I actually can't find somebody where the grass is fucking greener, right? You come to the party too late on this shit, Taurus. That's the problem, all right? You are so slow at moving when it comes to taking action, growing, healing, recognizing those truths, that it bites you in the ass, right? It bites you in the ass. So, wow. Taurus, you know, the fact that you betrayed somebody, right? And that you still haven't expressed that, you know, what were you doing? Just out there seeking some sort of pleasure, some sort of validation, okay? Because again, we've read this story, we've read this Taurus energy, this type of energy on this channel for a really long time. Now, on the flip side, if we're talking about somebody who isn't sitting in that energy like we've been reading for, say, for instance, Leos that have been dealing with that energy, then you are feeling really, really, like I'm going to say, somebody's feeling really, really bitter towards an ex, right, who betrayed them, right? And it's like, I feel like even though it's too late, right, there's Taurus energy here as well that I'm picking up on. It's too late for someone to even apologize anyway, but it's like with pleasure and express, right, you want to get kicks out of somebody apologizing to you. On the other flip side, back to the other energy, right, this is, again, somebody who, you're somebody who, again, you betrayed somebody, right, because you were pleasure seeking, you were seeking pleasure, right? Don't go chasing waterfalls, Taurus, right? Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to, because you're going to realize that when you go to other rivers and other lakes, baby, that you can't replace the waterfall that you had, you know what I mean? So, but it's like you've gone so long, right? You've taken so long to even express the truth about this situation that, like, it's too late. It's too late. And that's why, like, this is why, again, you need to start addressing these things, Taurus, when they come up, not waiting for, you know, months on ends, years on ends, until your life's at complete destruction before you start to own and take accountability for your shit, right? It's like you're starting to see now with perspective that, oh shit, I've left it a little too long with this person to tell them, right? To express to them what happened, why I did it. And you know what? The reasons don't even matter, okay? The reasons that you have are invalid anyway. It should have never happened, right? The betrayal, like you betraying people, that needs to stop. Okay, that shit needs to get shut down. That's what needs to stop here, Taurus, right? Is the pleasure seeking, right? And then being bitter about things, right? Because you've made mistakes, right? Like and again, you can't project that onto anybody else, all right? So you're going to have to deal with that bitter energy. You're going to have to deal with the fact that you didn't take action to express what was going on, that you betrayed somebody. You're going to have to find some way of healing yourself from that. Right? Because guilt will eat you alive, right? Regret, remorse, guilt, that shit will slowly eat at your soul, Taurus, right? So, look, Taurus, maybe you do need to still express yourself to this person. Maybe you owe this person an apology. Either way, it's going to be too late for you to get what you want out of the situation, right? But the least that you could do is take accountability for the fact that you put yourself in a shitty position, you put somebody else in a shitty position, and you left it for a really long time saying nothing, right? So that's how you're going to be able to heal, by acknowledging what you've done and then changing the behavior in the future, making sure that you don't treat other people like that when you get into other connections. Now, the problem is that you, from the energy that we're you already in another connection, right? It was a third party situation. I do. How are you going? How did rehab go? I'm going to keep going with the reading, but let me know how things went. Good to see you back. So yeah, it's, you're going to need to speak this out, Taurus, right? You're going to need to release this. You're going to need to express this in some type of way instead of holding on to it, right? And then you're going to have to find a way to forgive yourself for the mistake that you've made here, because that is the only way that you're going to be able to heal through this situation, or heal from this situation. So, you're trying to escape something though, right? Like you want to escape accountability here. You want to escape your feelings, right? The whole situation. But escaping isn't going to make it better, right? It's not. Escapism, suppression, right? It is still going to fester, right, in your soul until you address it, right? Like, Siren, right? Like, it's like, Spirit, I feel like Spirit, Taurus, have been like warning you for quite some time that if you don't deal with this issue, if you don't heal this, if you don't grow from this, it's not going to be good for your health, right? Your mental health, your physical health, right? And you can't carry this energy into other connections, right? You can't carry this energy into the future with you. It's going to impact all your relationships, connections, right? The way you see yourself, how you feel, this is something that you need to deal with, right? And I don't think it's something that you don't know about, Taurus. In fact, all the reads that we've done, I don't think these are things collective that we don't know about, right? These shadow aspects. It's like they've been shown to us. But for some people, they like to just ignore it and pretend like we're not seeing it. But the truth is, you can feel it, right? Because you feel how uncomfortable it makes you, right? Anytime something reminds you of that situation, or, your own behavior, or, maybe if you see this person or whatever, like, you're reminded of your behavior, you're reminded of what you did, and you feel some type of way. So you can go on as long as you want, Taurus, trying to pretend, but it's still there, and it's still going to play out in the subconscious. It's still going to affect your body, right? Your mind and your soul and look, the only way that you're going to get through this is, like, again, taking accountability, forgiving yourself for it, and changing your behavior, right? Don't just go forgiving yourself for it and then not changing the behavior. That's excusing the behavior, right? That's a difference. So you're actually going to have to work through changing the patterns that you do in life, and look, maybe you do owe this person an apology. Maybe that would help you too, right? Actually taking accountability and saying something to this person. Not that I'm saying you have to, Taurus, but you have to at least acknowledge the behavior. You have to acknowledge what you've done and take accountability with oneself for it. And then, commit to doing better. Forgive yourself and commit to doing better. Again, you can't do just one part of it and not the other part. To heal from this, you're going to have to take those steps, right? So let's have a look here as well. So we're going to look with and see as well, Taurus, King of Pentacles in reverse, baby. There you are, right? So, you're also possessive, controlling, greedy, right? You're bad with your finances. Okay, so again, your issues, your psychological issues, your emotional issues, the parts of you that are unhealed, right, also create lack in your life, right? So gambling, addictions, right, things, overspending, trying to fill voids that you can't fill with money, right? You can't. This is also being lazy, right? Not taking action, not being smart with the way that you move through life. This isn't going to get you very far, Taurus, right? It's really not. It really isn't. Look, this is why. You're out in the cold, right? feeling sorry for yourself. You can't when you created this, right? None of us can. For the shit that we create for ourselves, we can't blame anybody but ourselves. And the beauty of the fact that it's us who created it means we're the ones who have the power to change it. That's the bonus part. You know, is that it's not like somebody else has to fix this for you. We're going to be doing another live reading after this. Lucky, if you want to join in that. This is an actual, like, this is more specific. So, but join in the next one. But yeah, like you know, your poor decisions, all of us, all of our poor decisions, right, are in our control. And that's the beauty of it, is that nobody else has to do anything to change these things. It's us. It's within our power, right? So yeah, it's caused a lot of disharmony, right? Disruption, separation. Your behavior, right? You potentially as well leaving somebody else out in the cold when they needed you. Right? If again, you betrayed somebody and you left them out in a time when they needed you and you left them in this situation, well, you know, you need to address your behavior. You do. Give me one more for that, Spirit. See, this is what I mean, man. This is where you guys can't, you know, karma and shit is real, right? When you sit there and you fuck around with other people, right, you will lose opportunities, resources. This person that you were with, Taurus, could have been somebody that helped to create stability in your finances, right? This potentially was somebody that did a lot for you, and you just decided that you would be a betrayal type energy, that, you know, you not only betrayed this person, you betrayed yourself, right? You set yourself up for this situation, right? You're in a situation right now that you created for yourself, Taurus, and no one's to blame but you, right? This loss, this, you know, because look, you're being toxic, right? You've been toxic and you refuse to look at the toxic behavior, but you're also sitting here lurking in the shadows, Taurus, and you're watching somebody who's out there. Look at what you're doing, Taurus, right? You're watching somebody else have victory and success, right? So you're stalking, you're creeping, right? Which is the energy we always read for Taurus energy up in here. You know, it's what do you expect, Taurus, right? When you come out behaving like that with somebody that is irreplaceable, because once it's done, baby, it's done, right? Once it's done, it's done. But you just, you know, you want to lurk too. You want to just watch this person and creep and stalk, and for what? For what? Because you don't have the courage, right? You don't have the courage to speak the truth, to make that apology, to make that move, to express yourself, to, you know. You know, you're almost close to burnout, man, too, and you're just full of regrets, right? You need to deal with that. Look, strength's in the reverse, though. You know, you don't have the strength. You don't have the courage, the strength to what? Taurus, man, it's, you know, it's, you've got to be more mindful about breaking your own heart here, you know, like you can't blame anybody but yourself for the way that you feel right now, right? You feeling like you're at a loss and that, you know, you're not going to ever get back what you once had. Well, you should have thought about that. And it is a little too late. You're seeing it a little too late. Oh no. Right? But, you know, Taurus, let's be real. You knew, right? You probably knew that this person was worth so much more, right? But you made a choice, right? Now you have to live with that choice. So what is it that you need to end and release here, right? What's the situation you need to end and release here? Like you need to, oh, look at that. You need to stop. You need to take some action, right? You need to make a move here to, again, balance something out and heal something, right? To bring peace and balance to a situation here. It's time to act here, right? It's time to take some sort of action here. No more just, you know, lying in bed, curled up in the fetal position, right? Crying yourself to sleep and shit. That's not going to fix anything, right? You need to start taking some action here to heal this, right? You're going to have to put an end to, you know, being lazy and, you know, like what else were you out here doing, right? King of Wands in the reverse there. Being a man-ho. And now, you know, release that heartbreak, dude. Like, you know, your heartbreak. You got to let go of the heartbreak. You got to let go of it. You broke your own heart because you were in this energy. You were King of Wands in the reverse energy, thinking like, you know, your shit don't stink. You can have your cake and fucking eat it too, but you can't, right? You can't unless you want to break your own heart out here. So, and look, and this is what's happening, right? You're focused on loss. You're losing more and more. Like over, it's like, are you working hard, hardly working? What are you doing out here? Overspending, right? You've lost a lot here. You've lost a whole family situation, right? Legacy, abundance, right? Spiritual, you've lost it all. It's time to make a decision now, right? Are you going to tell the truth, Taurus? On my screen over here, right? Destiny or karma, baby. Are you going to allow this karma to continue to play out for you? Because that's what you're in a karmic cycle here still, right? Are you going to make a decision, right? And go, you know what? It's time for me to speak up and tell the truth here. It's time for me to bring clarity to the situation and have some sort of breakthrough moment, right? In my progress, in my life, right? By, look, expressing my emotions, right? Having an emotional conversation here with somebody about the fact that I was impulsive, reckless, right? Made a bad decision, and that I invested poorly. And yes, I was the reason for this separation that was created. And I am stressed the fuck out because I'm not ready to let go. Do you reckon maybe Taurus, and now's the time to start saying that out loud, right? No, of course not, because Taurus is like, I can't, right? Because, you know, I just don't have the strength or courage to face this person because I know I fucked around and found out and put them in a third party, and I do regret it. Like, but, you know, I'm also not really willing to heal. Taurus, man, this, right? This. Stop deluding yourself, right? Stop trying to just, you know, live in some sort of fantasy land here. Because this, as I split that, right? This fantasy land, Eight of Swords, man, is keeping you stuck and trapped, right? You're stuck in this same position energetically, karmically, right? Because you refuse to put the work in, right? And have integrity out here. None whatsoever, baby, right? Again, still just being reckless and shit. Who, you can't, you've only got yourself to blame here, Taurus, right? The attitude, the behavior, the unwillingness to have the balls, right? The fucking backbone and have any integrity here to resolve this. Like, you are going to, again, continue to have struggles, chaos, drama, right? Conflict. But, you know, baby, let me love you, right? Like this, you just what? You know, feeling all depressed and shit. But, you know, at some point, Spirit even tried to present an opportunity. There was an opportunity still presented in this situation at some point to fix shit. But what did you do? You looked the other way. You looked the other way while you were putting somebody else into a third party. You looked away from your own indiscretions. Like, when are you going to change the behavior and stop coming in with this, like, it's like woe is me fucking energy, Taurus, man. And it's, I'm sorry to say, but it's getting pathetic, right? It is starting to get pathetic. You're stuck, stagnant, unable to go anywhere in life until you resolve this. This is going to eat at you, Taurus, right? This betrayal. That, again, created this emotional loss for you. That betrayal, right, created this emotional loss. You're not going to move forward from it until you acknowledge it, heal from it, and grow from it. It's a shame, right? Because you're only holding yourself back from actually healing, right? But you also, look at that, like, you've also been trying to manipulate the situation, maybe manipulate information, right? Other people around you as well. And that's not good. It's not. It's not. And again, you've only got yourself to blame, Taurus. Okay. Man, Taurus, you know, look, far out. Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit. We got, baby, like, look at these cards, right? This is what came out. The Queen of Wands in the upright. We got the Wheel of Fortune. We got the World. We got the Sun. And we got the Devil in reverse, right? So, if, again, this is Leo cross watchers, right? That's your energy, baby. That's you, right? This is the same dynamic that plays out for the Leo Taurus fucking dynamic on all of fucking tarot land out here. right? I'm reading, this is a masculine's reading. This isn't for the feminine, right? This is a masculine's reading. On the feminine side, I'm telling you, Taurus, divine feminine, your problem though is holding on to bitterness, right? And like getting kicks out of your ex or people who've done you wrong, like suffering and stuff like that. That's the part that you need to drop there. That's what Spirit keep telling me with that. But these Taurus masculines, right, are fucking cooked, man, right? They're cooked. Look at how they did every Leo female, man. You know what I mean? And Leo feminine's like, she's got no fucking power back, right? Her energy back. She's looking good, feeling good, you know. She's on her Dharma right. She's on Dharma right now. She's on the wheel, man, taking control. All right, day and night, man. She's in control of her path because she completed this cycle with you by walking away, right? By recognizing that she doesn't want to do this cycle with you anymore, Taurus, right? She completed that cycle so that she could move forward in life, right, into a more positive lifestyle. Right, where things are better and more positive, right? Where she's been able to, again, heal, release her toxicities, codependencies, addictions, all of that shit, because she's no longer in the presence of your energy and dealing with the shit that you refuse to take accountability with. Like, I mean, Leo Feminine's like, we've been, like, this is, you know, and you want to still sit in that fucking energy of, oh, you know, like, feeling regret and shit. Like, and most of these Leo Feminines, they're not taking you back, right? But you do, you fucking owe these fire sign women, right? Again, because it could be Aries and Sag women as well that dealt with the Taurus masculine. You owe this woman a fucking apology for your behavior, right? And until you give that, you're not going to be able to get that off your guilt. Your guilty conscience is going to sit there and eat at you, right? It's going to sit in your fucking solar plexus until it literally eats your stomach from the inside out, Taurus. Because the way that you see yourself, right, is the same way that this feminine sees you, right? Same way that this feminine sees you. The only good thing about the situation is that those feminines, Taurus, were able to recover from the shit that you did, right? They had the strength and the courage to look at their own patterns and behaviors as to why they continued to be in cycles with you, right? They studied this shit. They looked at you, right? Not online. They studied, though. They looked at the patterns, right? They used their intelligence here to see the truth about their own cycles. That's why they're like, fuck this, I'm out, right? That's why this cycle is not going to start again, Taurus. If you've been dealing with a fire sign feminine, it's not starting again, okay? Spirit won't allow it, right? Spirit are blocking you. You're not allowed to go into another cycle with this person. This person is spiritually elevated, right? You can't even get on their level. If you can't even get past, right, accepting that your behavior's being that shitty and actually changing and working through, you think with all that upright energy that this other person is in, right, that there's ever going to be an opportunity to come back? No, right? Because again, this person's closed the cycle because they saw what they needed to see and they healed from it. You need to let this shit go, right? You need to let go of the idea that you know, this person's going to open the door back up to you. It's like, Taurus, are you still viewing this past person as like the old version of themselves? Because they changed, baby. That person changed. You're the only one who hasn't. You're the one who's still playing this cycle out in your head, like as though, you know, it's like the last times that you broke up or whatever. It's different this time, right? Galilee, with 1, 2, 3, 4, like somebody's made forward progress here and somebody clearly hasn't, right? But you got to stop living in regret. You need to figure out some way to go heal this shit. And it's not by getting under somebody else, right? It's not by being with somebody else that, you know, like you are only going to continue to attract the same energy that you're sitting in, Taurus, right? Nasty ass, lying, cheating, betraying kind of energies. That's what you're going to attract. And if you think that you're not, well, eventually, right, someone's going to get sick of your shit and probably treat you like shit back, right? Either way, if they don't start out being a deceptive, lying cheater, they probably will in the end. You'll probably drive them to being a deceptive person because they'll be like, in the end, you're not, fuck you, Taurus, right? But you're going to attract somebody who's codependent, who has abandonment issues, who won't leave, and instead you'll both be toxic in that dynamic, just like you probably were in this relationship. Taurus, man, this is a you problem, right? This is really a you problem that you are going to have to address, right? Spirit, I've been trying to give you guidance, warnings, right? Like, you know, it's It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous how, you know, you're still sitting in regret after such a long fucking time, man. Such a long fucking time. Like, for as long as I've been reading on this channel for, especially Leo feminines, right? I was just seeing 1010 on the screen, right? This has been going on for like how many fucking years now? Like almost close to 2 years now. We're almost clocking like two years, right? It's getting ridiculous, Taurus, man. You did this, you need to work out how to heal it. Stop projecting that energy, because you're still projecting energy at Leo all the time, man, right? For those of you guys that have got kids together, man, like you think that your ex fire sign, right, doesn't pick up on your energy, and it is. It's like, if you seriously want to give that person any satisfaction, man, keep showing up in that energy, right? Because it's like, well, yeah, you know, every dog has their day, right? Karma's a fucking bitch, ain't it? Do you want to give that person the satisfaction for the rest of your life, right? That you fucked around and found out? Like, I don't even think that person wants you to fucking find out for the rest of your life about how badly you fucked up, right? Especially if you've got kids with a person, all right? No good parent wants that. But you got to go look at this shit, man. You got to, right? You got to start speaking that truth. You got to start standing in your integrity if you want to feel good about yourself. If you be able to feel confident and step out into the lighter aspects, because like you're happy to lurk in the shadows, more than happy to lurk in the shadows, and that's a really, really unhealthy way of dealing with life. Like just being okay, I'm just okay creeping in the background of my ex's energy, social media, right, creeping down, you know, their street, whatever. Yeah, and then you want them to what? Save their love for you? Save it for what? Save it for what? They a piece of paper deserves more love than the energy that you give this person, you know? Right? Taurus, it's the end, right? It's the end. This shit is ended. You need to accept that it's over. It's over. It's done and dusted. The end, baby. Boom, boom. No more. All right? It's not, this is the song that doesn't end and it just goes on, my friend. No, it's not that. It's straight up the end, right? It's the end of the story. It's not the end of the chapter. It's not the end of the paragraph, not the end of the sentence. It's a finalization. Done. The whole book has been done, written, right? And whoever you're dealing with probably burnt it, right? Because look at that. You did. You put somebody in a fucking third-party situation. Taurus, don't go holding on to false hope here, okay? Because it is false hope. Because you've left this shit for far too long, right? Far too long. Far too long for anyone to accept an apology, right? Oh, but look at you. Look at you, right? Oh, but like you do. You want to have communication about a new beginning here with this person? Like, are you for real? Are you for real? Taurus, the only thing that you need to do here is expand, right, from this situation. Get fucking moving on this shit, right? And be open to change so that you can have a new life here. Not keep living in regret, right? I just don't know why you would want to do this to yourself, Taurus. I really don't. I don't understand it, right? None of the people that have dealt with this Taurus energy understand. We can't seem to comprehend, can we, why somebody would actually set themselves up for this shit. It makes no sense. Not for this amount of time, man. Like the time that this has been going on, like it's... But look, you're just stubborn and fixed as fuck, right? Stubborn and fixed as fuck. Well, look, Taurus, you know, you can cross-watch for Leo now. We're going to move into Leo in 1 minute. Leo, man, like, I'm going to tell you right now, man, like, some shit's going to come up here too, right? Some shit is going to come up here too. You guys know I'm Team Leo. Shit, I'm a fucking Leo, right? But these reads aren't meant to be sugar-coated shit right now. I'm seeing 10:10. Whoa, 10:10 on the clock, 10:10 on my fucking screens here. So it's actually 10:10 a.m. and 10:10 in the chat. Major cycle completed, right? But there could be some shit that you still need to complete as well, Leo, right? I'm going to have a look. Let's have a little look-see, right? All right, Leo, let's get into it. Let's have a look. What's sitting in your shadows, Leo? Probably some fucking shit, right? Probably some shit. What do we got coming out here first? Well, we've got something here fading, right? What's fading? Give me more, Spirit. Give me more. Leo, you need to see right here that this holding on to this fucking betrayal energy, right? The whole being betrayed thing, right? Like, it's like timeless, right? Like, you can't hold on to this forever, right? You cannot hold on to the fact that you've been betrayed. Look, Leo, you're probably going to be betrayed a million fucking times in your lifetime, right? Even moving into the future, right? But holding on to this betrayal, right? Like the forbidden sins and shit, right? That the people have done to you. It's fucking with you, right? It is fucking with you. It's going to fuck with the goodness in your heart, right? Your ability to open up, your ability to allow people in, trust people, give people the true depth of your heart. It's going to harden you, right? If you keep, again, guarding yourself, again, you need to get a different perspective on the fact that, yep, you've been betrayed in the past, right? But Leo, keep in mind, right? You decided in the end to walk away from these situations, okay? You've gone and done your healing. You haven't walked back into those same cycles, right? How about having even just a slight amount of fucking trust in yourself right now that you're not going to go back into the same situation, and maybe don't be such a fucking hard ass all the time with everybody, right? Being so guarded because, oh shit, everybody's going to stab me in my fucking back all the time, right? Well, only if you let them, Leo, right? Only if you let them. Only if you continue to let people do that to you by not listening to your intuition, by being codependent, by being insecure, right? By seeking validation, right? It's time to see the truth, right? Look at the truth of how you're coming across, right? How people are perceiving you. Because I'm telling you, man, people are finding Leo energy guarded. We are fucking guarded, right? We are. You would almost mistake Leo energy for fucking Aquarius right now, baby. Cold and fucking cut off, right? Now, I'm not saying when people cross your boundaries and shit, but I'm saying like, even like being okay with people like being open up to opportunity and people even like approaching you. Like, you're so fucking guarded because like, fuck that shit. No one's going to fucking betray me. Like, and whether you want to believe it or not, right? I am open, right? But then look at your behavior. Really look at your behavior when people try to approach you, when people try to conversate with you. What is it that you do? How do you behave, right? Do you start putting up a guard, right? Where you become unpleasant, cold, distant, right? Unlikable, so that people don't want to get close to you, Leo, right? Right? You're on the beginning of a new journey here, right? You're on the beginning of a new journey. You have the ability to shape this new journey in a positive way. But sitting there and like being like, oh, but everyone's going to fucking stab me in the back and everyone's going to betray me. And like, you're going to have to, at some point, learn how to trust yourself again so that you can trust other people. Yeah, look, you're blocking, again, you're blocking communication with people, right? You're blocking things from being able to come into your world, right? Because you're just like, oh, everyone's going to fuck me over, everyone's going to betray me, everyone's like, Leo, only if you fucking let them, baby, right? But you're blocking your own happiness here by not letting friendships in, by not letting people in, by isolating yourself, by guarding yourself, right? Like you are guarding yourself, all right? So look, Spirit's trying to warn you here, right? Spirit's trying to warn you. This is something you need to heal before you have this new beginning, okay? You need to learn how to trust yourself more, all right? So yeah, there's forces like again, like I feel like Spirit here with forces here. Spirit's trying to bring you things that make you happy, right? But you reject everything, right? You close off to shit. You put up like this wall, this guard where nobody can get in, right? Nobody can get to see even the warmth or softness of your heart, right? It's like stone cold, baby, right? You're as cold as ice. You're as cold as ice, right? It's like, yeah, even you, bittersweet energy, right? It's like, it's all sweet, right? That you've got a peaceful life, right? But you're still bitter about betrayal, right? You are still bitter about people betraying you, and you hold on to that betrayal. And you maintain that bitterness with the people that have betrayed you. It's time to let that go. It's time to also, again, forgive yourself, Leo, for allowing these things to happen, right? You know, the hurt. Because again, it is our choices, guys, all of us. Every single situation that we go through, we have played a part in that unfolding. A leads to B leads to C. The decision you make right now leads into the next moment, to the next moment, to the next moment, right? In every single experience, every negative experience, every time anything has ever happened to you, right? As an adult with free will and choices, you have a part to play in that, and also need to take blame and accountability for your part, right? Even if it's just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, right? Because maybe you knew you shouldn't have been there, right? You should have made a better choice, and the choice that you didn't make here, good, right, led you to this place, and then some shit went down, right? That's on you, right? Again, we play a huge role in our existence, the main role in our existence. So it's up to you, Leo, to let go of this shit to hurt, right? Otherwise, you're never going to let anybody in. Okay, it's like escaping here, like you're always running away from shit, or you're isolated right now. Just trying to escape from what? The potential of betrayal, right? I want to surround you with love, right? Oof. Never Be Alone, right? The song's called Never Be Alone by Becky Hill, right? Like, Spirit don't want you to be alone, right? But again, you're postponing your own happiness, because a lot of you guys are just, again, so fucking guarded, Leo, right? So guarded. So guarded. And if you're not guarded, you still haven't learned some lessons and potentially attracting in the wrong energies, right? We need to look at that. We need to look at that and heal it and work through it. Right, I get it. You know, if people cross your boundaries, right? If people do betray you, right? Just accept it, move on, get on with it, right? Like, don't harp on it, right? And don't sit there and then think that every single fucking person's the same. You can't keep projecting that energy at like, oh, like every motherfucker's the same, you know, like all men are the fucking same, right? Like, you can't be doing that shit, right? All women are the same, right? Oh, I know yours, I know that type, right? No, you don't know shit until you know a person, because we're all individuals. And would you, Leo, like to be categorized with everybody else in this world? No, you wouldn't. Because you know you're fucking unique. Therefore, everybody else is too. So start giving people some chances here, right? Start giving people some chances. Right? It is. It's time to take those swords out your back, right? Drop the fucking sword. You're holding on to them. You're holding on to it. It's time to drop it, right? So it's like, drop it. Take them out. Take them out. Get rid of them, right? Take them out. You don't need to carry those anymore. Right? You not releasing that, right, is again a cycle that you're not completing here, Leo, right? That's a lesson that you're not completing here, that you don't need to keep carrying this and then carrying it into every connection or every opportunity or every situation where, again, you can't enjoy what's on offer, right? Start to trust yourself. It's time to, again, gain some sort of control here, right? Recognize the good decisions that you do make. But again, drop the guards, right? You're deceiving yourself by telling yourself that, oh, everybody's going to betray me. Everyone's going to be deceptive, right? This is self-deception here. You're telling yourself lies. Because, Leo, if you've changed from the person that you were in the past, you don't think anybody else can change. You don't think anybody else could be different. Of course, we all can. But if you don't allow for those opportunities and truly be open, then you're not going to get the pleasure and the happiness and the connections that you're looking for, right? Don't be so... I don't mean to offend you, Aquarius, but don't be so Aquarius, man. Don't, right? So it's time to put in the work here, right? And go through some sort of recovery period here. You gotta this you know. Oh, I'm just, you know, like, oh, I'm always gonna, like, just stop it. Like, look at you walking on crutches and like, you know, stop leaning on that. Stop leaning on that energy, that idea. Have confidence here. Have confidence here. And if you don't have confidence, well, then Spirit's saying, take some sort of action here to get there, right? Whatever it is, therapy. So, like, there's so many different modalities and options, guys, of fucking healing shit. All you have to do is Google, right? Get on fucking Google and type in tools to heal XYZ, right? And fucking apply yourself, man. It's like, it's not rocket science, right? It really isn't. Now, I'm not saying, Leo, open up to fucking every single person, but like at least truly, because again, I know I hear it all the time, man, from Leo's. I am open and receiving, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you right now, right, in your subconscious mind, and it shows in the energy, right, that you're not. You're still closed off. You're still like, you know, because you don't want to give people a shot, right? It's also slowing down, right, or having an impact on, you know, being able to have more resources, right? Have more opportunities to be able to build with another individual. Look, so you're worried about, betrayals, right? Look at you, look, worried about third-party situations. 13 on the count, 4-4. Leo, you're going to be protected from shit like that, okay? You might still need to learn some lessons, right? There's still some shit maybe you do need to heal from. There's still maybe some connections, right, that are going to come in here that are going to show you a few more of your bad decisions with judgment in the reverse, right? But if you held back from even exploring that and learning those lessons, when the fuck are you going to learn it? And you think then that, what, divine counterpart's just going to come in and fucking sweep you off your feet at some point? How? Right? How? I mean, for those of you Leos, right, that have been on my channel for some time now, like, you guys have seen the whoopsies that I've had to manifest to learn some lessons still, right? But I haven't closed myself off to the idea of coming together and collaborating with somebody. But they've also taught me what I need to put to an end, what we need to put to an end, and how to rebirth from that shit. You get what I'm saying, guys? Stop doing yourself an injustice here by not allowing, again, these changes to take place, right? And just guarding yourself. I'm just going to try and stay up in the fucking tower until what? Until what? Rapunzel, let down your fucking hair? Like, come on, Leo. Time to jump out the fucking tower, man, right? Time to get out of that locked up tower and start meeting people, start socializing, stop making excuses. Oh, but fucking what, man? Like, in this day and age, right? Like, go on fucking Facebook, look for social groups in your area, look for hobbies to do, things, people to fucking connect. Like, Leo, you gotta stop making excuses, man, right? You have to stop that shit. Allow this change to fucking take place so you can be happy, right? Spirits like up there like fucking rolling their eyes at some of these Leos, right? Like, yeah, and Leo be asking for this, asking for that, but they know Leo, right? That's why this shit isn't coming in, because either you've still got lessons to learn that you're not learning, or you're not really open to it, right? You're not really open to the opportunities of anything, not even friendships, man, right? I mean, fuck relationships. Some of you guys are so isolated, you don't even have friends, right? You don't even have friends. And you need to stop being so closed off, right? Especially those of you, and I want to say this, right? Leo feminines, if you've got mama issues, right? You've had issues with frenemies your whole life. I'm telling you right now, while divine masculine's not in your life, right? And this is, I'm speaking from experience right now. Go heal your issues with the connections with women and go find yourself your women's soul tribe, right? Most of the people on my channel are between the ages of 35 and 55, right? I'm telling you, for those of you that are 40 and over, like, we're not in fucking high school anymore. And even the 35, we're not in fucking high school anymore. There is no competition. We're all getting old and ugly and grey and wrinkly, right? There's no divine masculines around us to fucking compete for anyway, right? Start healing those fucking bonds, right? Start forming those sisterhoods. Start forming those friendships of deep connection where you guys are feeling supported. Whilst divine feminine is sitting there waiting for the energy of masculine to go heal that aspect, right? At least be open to friendships. But like, no, we just got like, no, I just want to be alone, right? I just want to be alone in my room with my sword, right? Where if anyone comes in, you know, like, because of my heartbreak, I can just chop them down, right? I can just, you know. Like, but you want to manifest this, right? You want to manifest 10 of Cups, but look at you, Leo, man. Come on, dude. Seriously. You've created this limitation for yourself, and only you can change it, right? By opening the door and going, you know what? I've learned so much, right? You look at yourself and you go, I've learned so much. I know I've made really good decisions in ending this connection, you know, changing this, fixing that, moving here, doing this, doing that. I trust myself enough to allow friendships into, you know, like, but if you haven't got that, then you need to learn how to go trust yourself. Before you even try and call in a relationship, man, like, go learn how to trust yourself. Because if you can't even make friends and trust friends right now, you're not going to trust a partner. You're not, right? But again, divine feminine, now would be, like I said, a really, really good time here, right? To go heal that energy when it comes to like battling other women, right? Being in competition. Find your tribe, right? Find women that you can connect to that understand you. We've all been through it, right? We've all been through the same shit. We're not out here trying to compete for no men and shit, right? Because we're not in that toxic vibe. But you need to learn to open up, right? And not be so guarded. You know, it's like, I just don't feel courageous enough, right? Leo, how are you not feeling courageous enough, man? Are you afraid? Are you a lion or you're a mouse, right? What you afraid of? I'm afraid of like, you know, battles but don't think about that because you're going to manifest that, right? That's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to manifest. All right? Fast moving energy here. I'm telling you guys, if you take action on this, right? Oh, wow. Look at that. If you take action on this, right? It's going to be a swift, like I'm talking, you're going to quickly, right? Regain that confidence, right? That spark for life again. And again, you're going to find yourself having success with friendships, with partnerships, right? But just listen to your intuition, baby, right? Don't, again, you have intuition, right? Trust it. When something feels off, it's off, right? But we got to get out of the isolation, right? This isn't hermit mode anymore, Leo. It's fucking isolation, right? And again, Spirit wants you to get your passion back, get your spark back for life, right? So again, you can start to manifest and again, level up, right? Having that level up, having that control. I love you, Leo, man, but like, fuck, the guarded energy, right, against anyone, everyone, like, so picky, so choosy, like, you know, oh, well, we'll talk to people across the screen, but nothing else, because, you know, if we let them into our world, what are you worried about, Leo? Being wrong? I know it's fucking hard when you've been wrong about so many people in the past, and you're like, fuck, man, like, I was wrong about that, but you got to learn to trust yourself at some point in the game, right? You have to, you know, and that's the thing. Equanimity, man, happiness, right? That's a choice you can choose right now. You can decide it right now to be happy, right? But Leo, you're also a person, when you're in your good energy, you bring a lot of happy energy to a lot of other people. You're starving other people of the sun energy, baby, right? By being so guarded, so protective, like the world needs some Leo energy out there, right? That's healing, that's growing, that's, you know, learning how to trust again. Like, the world needs some of that. Okay, so get a grip here, take control of the situation, right? It's time to take control. It's time to change the outcome of your situation. Only you can do it. I know, Leo, you don't want to be alone, right? Oh, I'm just better off alone, right? Are you, though? Are you better off alone? I mean, if the sun were just out there, what would be the point, right? If the sun were the only thing out there, well, why would we need all the rest of the planets? Would we need them? No. Why would we need the moon or anything else? We wouldn't, right? So, no, it's not, I'm just better off. No, you're not, right? As human beings, as divine masculine, divine, we're not meant to be alone, right? That's not how it was designed. We're not meant to. And you're not better off. You are better off avoiding people, though, that you've dealt with in the past, right? But what you're better off doing right now is trusting your ability to discern, your intuition, right? Trusting that you'll see the signs when you need to walk away from somebody, and opening your heart up again, right? Opening your heart up. Like, be practical. You've gained so much fucking wisdom here, Leo. So much. Why are we not trusting ourselves now? Why is this the topic that we don't trust ourselves on? Oy, Leo, man. Love you, babies, but loneliness is something, again, loneliness will fuck you up in the long run too. Right? So again, what are you scared of? Emotional depth with these relationships? You're scared if what? You gain some sort of emotional debt with people, they're going to leave, right? If you've got other fears attached to why you're not opening up, that is what you need to look at, right? Where does it stem from? That means it's something there that you haven't healed, you haven't dealt with, you haven't worked through. That you're going to have to look at in order to have deeper relationships, deeper connections. Otherwise, you're going to be isolated, withdrawn, and over time, you're going to become even more and more bitter, right? About betrayals, about this, about that, right? I've got nobody cares. You know, and like, if you're sitting there, oh, nobody gives a fuck, right? Are you allowing anybody to give a fuck out there, Leo? Or are you just telling the whole, oh, nobody gives a fuck about me, but when people reach out, offer help, this, that, and the other, and you're like, oh, no, I'm fine, right? Like, you know, are you setting yourself up for shit here? Are you trying to create a narrative that's in your head, in your reality? Right? And look, if you've got mental health issues, right, especially those of you with personality disorders, it's a very real possibility that you are doing that, right? That is a common trait of personality. You will conjure up like the actual circumstances of what you're thinking and feeling just so that it can validate what you're thinking and feeling, because you just, you know, don't be doing that, man. Don't be doing that. It's time to be okay with things reaching a deeper level here. Right? It's time to allow deeper connections to take place now. And if you don't trust yourself, start asking yourself, why? Why don't I trust myself to make this decision? Is it because you haven't made enough good decisions lately? Is it because you took too long to make good decisions? What is it, Leo? Figure out what the baseline is there about this trust and betrayal shit, right? That keeps you so guarded, right? That keeps you away from having a commitment or again, deep emotional like connections with people. Like this is what you came here for, right? This is what you came down to this earth for, right? To experience each other, yourself, right? What's on offer. But if you're not going to allow yourself to even open up to what's on offer, then you're going to have a very sheltered, very boring life. And then your bitterness and your idea that, you know, you're all alone, that's on you, baby. It is on you. I love you, Leo, man. Fucking, I expect better. I do. I expect better from Leo energy, right? I do. Especially the Leos on my channel, man. I do. I expect better from you guys. How are you, Bella? How are you, darling? Back to the grind, are ya? All right. Scorpio. Man, it's your season, baby. I'm going to give myself a minute here and get myself a sip of water. Scorpio, man, it's your season, baby. It is your season. It's like, if now's the time to do anything, Scorpio, it would be now, right? This is the time for it. All right. Let's give the cards a good shuffle. Thank you, darling. You too. Have a good sleep. Have a good rest. We will definitely have to try and tee up Warzone soon, for sure. I know we always keep missing each other, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, Scorpio, let's have a look. What's sitting here in your shadows that you're not addressing? Scorpio, man, what do you hate yourself or something, right? What you out here being you're being like your own worst enemy right now, okay? Look at you, like you're keeping yourself like you're postponing, right? But you're keeping yourself bound and tangled in something, right? Like, and it's stopping you from growing. What are you, your own worst enemy here? Is this self-punishment? Are you punishing yourself? Is this what you're doing? What are you punishing yourself for? Or is something being postponed because you've gotten all tangled up in something and something can't grow? What is it? What is this energy? Man, everybody out here being their own worst nightmare lately, guys, right? Again, we want all these beautiful things, but we don't want to look at the shadows, right? We're okay with looking at some stuff, but like going real deep and sitting there and not projecting why everything's not coming in for us, right? And being like, oh, it's because of this. No, it's because of us. It's us and we're fucking at, right? That's the problem, not what's going on out there, right? Like, oi, what have we done here? Getting tangled up in like in pleasure, right? Instead of having growth here. Like, I get, again, Scorpio, it's like I'm getting the energy of you at some point here. You've postponed your own growth, right? Maybe even trying to please other people, right? Or seeking some sort of pleasure, right? Instead of, again, seeking like true fulfillment, happiness, peace, harmony, right? We're just like, we just want low vibe pleasure. We just want to fill our low vibrational needs or something, or again, fulfill the needs of others. For what? Getting caught up, right? Getting caught up. You're getting caught up. And it's delaying shit. It's delaying your growth, your progress. Do you get pleasure in entangling other people up in situations as well? I don't know. What is this? What do you need to express here? What do you need to express here? Something that you need to express here as well. Like, oh, okay. So I don't know. What are you being secretive? Is this? I don't know. We got express elusive. Like, are we being secretive or something? Are we being like holding on to something? I don't know. What is this? Why is everybody out here being their own worst enemies? Right? I don't understand. There's something you need. I don't know. Okay. You need to look at. So you really need to look at yourself in the mirror, Scorpio, and pull out of something. Pull back on something. There's something that you're doing here that, again, you're caught up in something that gives you kicks here, right? I've got Scorpio energy out here that's just getting some sort of pleasure, right, in getting tangled up in some shit, right? They're getting kicks out of it, right? You need to out that situation, right? You need to get out of that situation, right? Stop. I'm getting, again, somebody getting fucking kicks out of like creating like this messy situation for, I don't know what, for somebody else, for yourself, for people around you. Stopping your growth. Can't be out here getting kicks off of like impacting other people, man. Like you can't. Right? If you're getting kicks as well off of other people getting tangled in mess and shit, like, and them not being able to have growth, right? Like that, you need like, it's none of your business, right? Like, go look at your own shit. You know what I mean, Scorpio? Go look at your own fucking shit, right? But don't be sticking your nose where it don't belong, right? Not your business. Get out of that, whatever that is. There's a Scorpio energy here that, again, like somebody gets fucking kicks out of like either creating fucking tangled messes for people or watching people get all tangled up and shit, right? Like that is some deeply disturbing fucking energy that I'm picking up on. I'm sorry to say, Scorpio, man. Like, if you get kicks out of other people getting caught up, right? And not having growth and not being able to, like, you know, like, you need to, like, go have a look at your own fucking shit, right? Pull your nose out of fucking other people's businesses and other people's situations, right? It's time to withdraw your energy from that and go look in the mirror here, right? See your own reflection, your own shit that needs changing. But why am I getting this, man? Like, I don't know, Scorpio. If, again, this isn't something that should make you feel better, right? Is that what it does? Does it make you feel better when you look at yourself in the mirror? When other people are getting tangled up? Like, it makes you feel good? Is this like you comparing yourself to other people as well? Going, oh look how that person's all caught up and isn't fucking growing and changing and moving. Is that what this is? Is this jealousy as well? Right, Scorpio, man, you guys can tend to be quite fucking jealous, right? Quite jealous individuals. Especially when you start to overthink shit, right? Compare yourself to people. It's not a good energy to sit in. Oi. Forces come out in the reverse. You're like, oh, I refuse to be forced to redeem myself and that behavior, right? Look at all those emotions, man. Like, you know, you're in control of them, are you? You're not in control of those emotions, Scorpio. Especially not if you get some sort of kicks out of fucking seeing other people unhappy or creating some sort of situations here, right? You're like, no one's gonna fucking force me into looking at my shit, right? I'm telling you right now, spirit will, right? If you get kicks out of fucking seeing people get caught up and, you know, if you get kicks out of people, you know, even if you're getting kicks out of people like being withdrawn and in hermit mode and not feeling good about life, right? Like again, dick measuring, right? I'm getting a Scorpio energy that likes to dick measure. Hey, look, when people are all in their feels, right? Like it gives you kicks when people have, like, you know, feelings that make them want to withdraw or feel bad about this. Like, I don't know, man. That's some sick ass energy. See, yeah, you do. You like when people are hurting, right? You love when other people are hurting because it makes you feel better about some shit, right? Especially if you've dealt with these people, you deal with these people, right? Now, Spirit have warned you about that behavior. They've warned you about it, right? But you're like, oh no, I'm blocking out the warnings, right? Block the warnings. You're blocking out the warnings, right? Blocking out the messages. Going, oh no, I don't need to look at this. I don't need to look at this. I don't need to look at my behavior. and how I like to create tangled fucking messes here. And nothing can force me to redeem myself. I'll decide that. Man, are you kidding me? Scorpio, man. Well, that's some stingy, dark shit there, right? That's some stingy, dark shit. But look at you know? Anyone that shuts you out, though, right? Look at you. You just sit there and you're creeping their energy too, Scorpio. Like creeping, right? What? To wait to see if they fall, right? To see if you can, what? Compare, like, you know? Oh, and see, they did that. Like, oh, look where they are. Like, what are you, blind to your own truth here? Blind to your own jealousy? Jealousy, man, is it's a fucking curse, right? It's a fucking curse. It's not to carry with you, Scorpio, man. It's toxic, right? Who the fuck wants to be around somebody that's competitive like that gets jealous like that? Good night, Martin. Have a good sleep. Man, it's just these energies are like freaking wild, people. Like, it's wild. And it is. This shit's going to come up, man. Scorpio season's going to trigger all these emotions, these feelings, these things, right? For again, you to have this deep emotional transformation throughout this period. Right? Whether it's, again, hearing it in readings, feeling it within yourself, seeing it playing out in your physical world. You're not going to be able to escape it this season, people, right? You're not going to be able to escape that shit this season, right? It is the season to be jolly, right? So to speak. I don't know why I said that, but it is. This is the season for it. Man, Spirit are like in action here, right? You need to take action here to release that toxic way of thinking here. Four of Swords in the reverse, the Eight of Wands in the upright, the Devil in reverse. Spirit telling you, Scorpio, you need to get going, right? Like, there's this, Scorpio, you're probably even feeling the restlessness, right? Like, you're probably feeling the restlessness, that inability to, like, get rest and whatever. Like, it's because Spirit are trying to, again, push you to taking some sort of action, right? You know, I won't be forced. Well, you're going to have to, right? You're going to have to if you want to, again, move forward in a more positive manner here. I'm seeing it's 1044, 144, which goes with this message from today as well. But you're going to have to, again, take some sort of action here, right? Some swift action. And release that again, the competitiveness, the jealousy, the dick measuring, right? Man, jealousy, it is, right? It's a fucking heavy one to carry, right? But you're happy with your dark emotions, right? You like the darkness. You gotta stop being like, look, Scorpio, you do you, right? But if you're in a spiritual space and healing, right, being okay with moon energy, right, and again, like being dark and deceptive, that's not okay. That, look, you just, you know, abusing the power, the gifts, and the knowledge and the wisdom that you have. You know it. You know that that's not okay to behave like that, right? This is why it causes separation, right, between you and your connections, because no one wants to be in a dick measuring contest with you all the time, Scorpio. Nobody wants to be around that jealous energy, that you know, losing connections, losing, you know, options for resources, new projects, new ideas and shit, like, because you just refuse to heal. You refuse to see that part of yourself that needs to be healed, of the envy, right? Jealousy, regret, guilt, shame, all those emotions, man, will eventually fucking eat at you, right? So, you know, again, Spirit is saying, you know, Spirit want you to, again, make a decision, right, to, again, root this thought in deep and ingrained into you, that I am going to heal this shit, and at a slow, steady pace, man, I'm going to keep working through it. I'm going to figure out what tools, what modalities, what therapies, whatever I need, right, that's going to help me in this 3D realm to work through this, so that over time I can have more success in my relationships, my connections, right? Where if I'm feeling good about myself, I don't have to sit there and compete with anybody else. I can complete that cycle, have my own success, and feel proud of my own achievements out here, right? Instead of, again, dick measuring with other people, okay? Listen to your intuition, man, because I feel like, you know, there's a little voice inside your head sometimes, Scorpio, that tells you, like, no, you got the little good, the good angel and the bad devil over here. Like, listen to that, right? And again, don't be so don't be so quick to like, you know, be again, like again with this, like, man, like the venom, right? Like the way that you spit venomous shit and words and the jealousy and no, man, no, right? Because it's very much deceptive, backstabbing, you know, like, oh, I'll stab you in your back, but I'm not strong enough to stab you in your front, man. Like, if you're gonna stab someone, Scorpio, do it head on, right? Don't be jealous and bitter behind somebody's back, right? If you're gonna stab somebody, at least have the fucking courage to stab them in their front, right? At least. Oh man, these reads, right? But no, we want to ignore the emotions too. We want to ignore, right? Like, again, what is it? Is this a feeling of inadequacy here? Are you measuring yourself up against shit that you shouldn't even measure yourself up against, right? We're all on individual journeys, Scorpio. Jealousy, envy, greed, right? All those feelings, man, like, are just, they don't get you anywhere. All they get you is situations that end, you know, in chaos and conflict and drama and hurt and pain, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there waiting for somebody else to get tangled up and get fucked up, right? You're like, oh, I can't wait until the bitch gets fucked up. Like, it's time to have peace, balance, and harmony here, Scorpio, right? And, you know, get in check with those emotions, right? Don't have to be in competition with people, right? Have a bit more compassion and empathy here, right? Get out of your head, right, that everything's a battle here, right? Because it's you're being foolish and reckless, right, with your own opportunities here. Okay, look at it, tyrant energy. Look, it's not good, man. It's not good. Okay, but again, you don't want to walk away and accept when situations have ended and changed, and that's you need to let go of that shit, man. You need to let go of all of that, so that you're not feeling jealous and bitter about when, you know, your exes or ex-friends or other people around you are getting better opportunities. Like, you need to be okay with that, right? And go in your own fucking direction and just be cool with it, baby, right? It's Scorpio, man. It's not that energy, man. It's very, very toxic, man. It's very toxic when you spit that jealousy out. You're basically, every time you sit in that energy, you're sending evil eye to people every single fucking time, wishing people to get tangled up and waiting for it, right? You're technically out there just constantly casting spells and dark energy and dark magic on people. Maybe that's why you're not getting the opportunities that people around you are, right? Again, that's why you're not moving forward, because you don't have the willpower to control those emotions, you know? But you're refusing to see it from any other perspective, right? But I'm Scorpio and I'm so hard done by, right? But are you? Or are you just taking accountability for your choices, your actions? And are you just, again, bitter of and jealous of everybody else around you that has the ability to move on and, you know? But you're just like, no, I refuse to look at it, I refuse to heal, refuse to change, well, your refusal, right? It's your refusal. Right, this is why you got people don't want to be around you, be friends with you, don't trust you, right? Because, like, you're that friend, right? Like, literally, like, you be one of those two hands and stab somebody in their back, right? While you're sitting there, like, you know, pretending like you're all friends and chummy with people. Nah, man. Like, no. Right? No. What are you going to pay back, right? Oh, I'll just put somebody in a third party as payback, bitches, right? Like, no. That's not a good energy to sit in, right? You're going to need to, like, you know, talk about wounded warrior, right? But with no perseverance to fucking succeed or actually, like, make it somewhere, right? Like, you just, Scorpio, man, you just, again, you know, it's just not being very intelligent here, not being very wise, and you are being very dark and deceptive here, not just with other people, but with yourself, and you don't need to be, man. Start doing things that are good then, right? Where you can feel a lot better about yourself instead of some shonky ass fucking shit, and then projecting that onto everyone else, and then but wishing everybody else, like, you know, gets fucked up in the process. Like, and Scorpio, you know, for some of these Scorpio energies, man, it'd be you who created the fuck up in the first place, right? And then what? Someone's moved on, and because they've moved on, you want them to have a shit fucking life, right? Because what? They don't want to be with you. They don't want to engage with you. They don't want to give their energy to you. If you're one of those Scorpios, man, you're even fucking worse. I'm sorry to say, right? That's even grottier kind of energy. If you were the one who fucked around, then found out, and then you're wishing fucking ill upon the people that have had to go and heal from your bullshit. That is some extra toxic shit, right? And funny enough, I just recently did a reading for somebody where a Scorpio energy presented exactly like that, right? Like they fucked around and found out, and now they're wishing ill upon the person they already fucked over. Like, do you understand the fucking karma that's going to come back and get a person like that? While you're out there fucking wishing them ill and shit, you are the fucking perpetrator, and you're still wishing them ill, right? You're still a perpetrator. You're still a backstabber. You're still a cheat and a liar and deceptive, right? Like, I was like, whoa, man, this energy is like fucking intense, right? It was intense. It fried my brain a little bit. I was like, how the fuck can a person be like that? They fucked around, found out, and now they want like even more revenge on the person for what, walking away and healing. Like, what kind of a human being is that, right? Like, are you even a human being at that point? Or are you just a demonic entity like walking around in a fucking meat suit out here? Right? Like, you know, gain your composure, man, before you move ahead into anything here, right? Cut off the emotions sometimes and listen to your higher self, man. I'm telling you, you feel the ick within yourself. That's your higher self going, hey, Scorpio, you know, can we change this? Because I'm not feeling good with what the lower self is doing. The higher self isn't feeling good with what the lower self is doing, right? Your intuition knows this, okay? You just don't like when other people are happy, or when people that have disconnected from you are happy or doing better. You got to stop that, man. This jealous energy, envy. Oh, you know, right? If you started making better moves in your life, Scorpio, right? Then you can have that same happiness, man. Like, it's not rocket science, man. It's very black and white. Do X, Y, Z, and you can have all of this shit, right? Just like all those other people do. They don't have more special than you do, right? You're just as special if you choose to be, right? But you got to choose it. You have to fucking choose it. You also have to learn to be grateful for things, Scorpio, right? What you do have around. The little things, every little thing, right? Instead of measuring yourself up to everybody else. What is with the competitive energy, man? So competitive, okay? Pull back, right? Pull your energy back. Go do the heart healing that you need to, so that you can get yourself in good order here, right? So that you're not constantly sitting in a state of chaos, overthinking, comparing yourself to others, and then hating on them when they're doing something that you want to do, right? It's time to pick, Scorpio. What direction do you want to go? How do you want to show up in this world, right? And look, you might even surprise yourself, Scorpio, with what comes up, right? If you apply yourself to actually doing the work, right? Oh shit, look, you might get a new beginning, right? With new experiences and new energies, right? It might make you feel empowered, right? Refreshed, renewed. Yeah, you know, but you've got to find the solutions to the problems that you've got. Why you compare yourself to others, why you get so spiteful when it comes to other people leaving or whatever, or when they've done you wrong. Like, it doesn't matter if they've done you wrong or you've done them. Either one of those two, man, when you're sitting there projecting that energy, no, it's not good. It's different, like, you know, return to sender, right? If someone's fucked you over and they're sending you shit, return to sender, man. But this is like pleasure out of seeing other people be fucked up, right? No one should ever get kicks out of someone's karma. If it gives you kicks, if it gives you like kicks and you sit there and you like fucking witch cackling and fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, all like Dr. Evil style and shit. You need to check that, right? That's something that you're going to need to look at. Why does it give you so much joy? Why does it make you so satisfied, right? I mean, it's different, like, you know what, someone fucks with you, you send that shit back and you're like, yeah, see, it fucked around, they found out, right? But then you go about your business. This is like, again, like, this is like fucking like some Dr. Evil laughing shit, right? Like, this is some fucking cook shit, you know? It's not fucking good, man. It's not good. Aquarius, all right, let's get to you, Aquarius. Oh, I was sitting in that fucking energy for too long, man. That's just like, I've known a couple of Scorpios actually that were like that, and I'm just like, fuck, man, you are like your own worst enemy, huh? Like, you just, and like, what was so sad about the Scorpios, I didn't know they were like that. Like, they had so many fucking talents and, you know, like, had so much depth and soul, and, but man, those darker aspects that would just fuck them up and fuck up everybody around them, like, they were literally their own worst enemy, man. It was like, it was the saddest thing to see, because one in particular was very, very, very artistic, very creative, right? Like, she was beyond fucking phenomenally talented. but the comparison and shit constantly fucking just would again, she would just get too obsessed over shit and other people and the projections and stuff, and in the end, like, she just drove herself fucking crazy, man, you know. And you can't focus on what you're doing and growing, man, if you're in that state of like just driving yourself mad from your own behavior, right? It was some whacked out fucking shit, man. All right, let's go with you now, Aquarius, and let's get it done. And then I'll probably move, well, we'll see how long we go with the Aquarius read, but we'll probably move the mini live reads forward. So if you guys want little mini personals, we'll be doing that in the next live stream straight after this one. All right, Aquarius, what we got? Ooh, siren. Sound the alarm, baby. Sound the alarm. What's going on here? What are you out here doing? Trying to numb yourself, Aquarius? Oh, you're numb and blind, right? Numb and blind? Numbing and blind. Like, what are you numbing yourself to? You don't want to see something, right? That, like, sirens are going off, man. Denial, right? This is a river called denial, and it runs within you. Okay, so there's warning signs going off, man, about a situation here, and you're just trying to numb it out, right? Trying to ignore it, trying to blind yourself from it. You could be, I don't know, Chris, are we doing drinking, drugs, something like that kind of nature to numb the pain of something here? That you, again, the sirens are going off about a situation, Aquarius, right? Woo, 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 woo. Hey, Aquarius, man. You fucking address this shit, man. But you're like, oh, what am I doing? What's the problem? I don't see what the fuck's going on. Like, Chris, man, come on. Seriously? You know, I just don't want to feel it, right? I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel this way, right? So I don't want to look at it because I don't want to feel a type of way. Are you blinding yourself to something because you don't want to feel something? Are you pretending not to see something because you're afraid of how it's going to feel? You're like, oh, if I look at that, or if I find some sort of truth, right, or I look at the truth, it's gonna make me feel some type of way here. You need to look. There's something you need to look at. You need to look for it, right? Not only do you need to look at it, you need to look for it. There's something you need to look for. Looking for something. I'm just seeing Mercury. There's something about communication here, right? So there's something here that you know, right? There should be some sort of communication that you should be seeking out from a person. And again, the warning signs are going off, right, about you needing to communicate, or I don't know why I'm getting need to ask somebody a question, right? So this could be like you need to ask somebody a question, somebody that's around you right now in your life, right? But you because you know intuitively something's up, right? But you're like, I don't want to see this, I don't want to acknowledge this, right? Because if I have to see and acknowledge the truth here, I'm going to feel some fucking type of way. So we're not going to do that. We'll be blind. We're not going to listen to the warning signs, see the signals, synchronicities. We're just going to numb this out, right? We're just going to try and escape reality here and pretend like, no, everything's all fucking peachy keen out here, Aquarius, right? But the truth is, you need to withdraw, right? You need to withdraw your energy from a situation because it's fucking hurting you, right? It's hurting you. And every time you look at yourself in the mirror, right, it's like, you know, right, that you're just trying to escape some sort of feelings here, trying to not see it, not like you're blind to what's happening around you. And you need to look at this, right? You need to look at this. Why don't you want to feel it, right? I don't want to feel it. I just want to pretend like everything's all good, right? Let's pretend it's all good out here, okay? What, you don't want to close the gate on the situation or on a situation? Why? What do you think is going to happen if you close the gate on a situation? You're going to have some feelings, go through some healing. Look. That's the thing. You know, right? You've been guided, man. Aquarius, I'm going to say, I don't know why I'm picking up the energy. I'm picking up Aquarius energy that's in some sort of connection or, again, whether it's a partnership, friendship or something where you know something's fucking off, right? You know something's fucking wrong, but you're like, don't want to look at it, don't want to know the truth, right? But you know somebody's creating a fucking web out here, and the second that you seek, right, some sort of communication or the truth, you're going to catch this person out, right? And you're being guided. Sirens are going off, spirits trying to guide you, right? You could have other people trying to guide you to seeking the truth out here, right? Outside forces, but because you don't want your feelings for a situation to be altered, right? Are you trying to maintain a particular perspective of a particular individual, like in your mind or something, right? Yeah, dreaming, right? You know, living on potential out here. Are we Aquarius, right? You're dreaming, right? Wake up. Wake the fuck up to what's around you. You've got, again, I'm getting an energy around you here. This person's causing you fucking delays, right? This person's causing you delays. There's an energy around you, Aquarius, that you don't want to look at the truth of this situation. You don't want to ask the questions. You don't want to have the communication because you know some shit's going to fucking come up, right? That is going to put you in your feels, that anybody else, if you explain the situation to anybody else, right, that you caught somebody else fucking creating a web of lies out here, doing some fucked up shit, that everybody would tell you to shut the fucking gate on that shit and don't look back, right? That, what are you just trying to drag this out with postponed as well? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, right? Just want to stay in the dreamland, right? I don't want to wake up from this dream. I don't want to be in reality because I know this reality fucking sucks. Chris, man, why would you do this to yourself, right? Blocking your happiness, right? You're blocking the truth as well, right? Why would you want to do that to yourself? Oh, you're trying to be patient with the situation. You're being too patient, right? You're being too patient. I feel like people around you who know that something's off or whatever are trying to be patient with you as well, with patience here. You got genuine people around you here that are trying to be patient with you with the situation, but there's something here that isn't right in your situation, in your life, in your world, something that you're involved in or involved with, a person you're involved with, that you do not want to see the truth about this person, how they're impacting you, their behavior, what they're doing, whatever the fuck it is, right? Because it's going to make you feel some type of way. About who, though? About them or about you? What are you worried about? It impacting the way you feel about yourself? The fact that you're doing this should already be impacting the way that you feel about yourself. Because you're not respecting yourself. This is Aquarius energy that has absolutely no self-respect here. This is an Aquarius who isn't maintaining boundaries or independence, right? You're not sitting in. I feel like I'm picking up on Aquarius energy that's sitting in their south node. They're sitting in their comfort zone, right? Not sitting in their north node, being independent, right? Being detached, right? You're attached to something here. You're attached to an idea, to a dream, to a person, something of that nature, and it's unhealthy for you. But you don't want to look at it. You don't. We all make bad decisions, right? But I don't know. Is it attachment issues? Have we got attachment issues maybe as well? Codependence, man, is a fucking soul killer, man. Over time, it really is. Right? You're not blind to the truth. You're ignoring it. You're ignoring it. You're avoiding it. There's an avoidance here. Yeah, because you want it to be love and you don't want it to be over, right? You want whatever the situation to be like the beginning of something really, really good for you, right? The beginning of maybe forever after, happily ever after, but it's not going to end out successfully, right? You just don't want it to end. So ignoring it. Can't ignore it, Aquarius, right? Can't ignore it. You're like, but I'm not trapped. I'm not trapped in chaos, right? No, everything's all dandy out here. There's so much unity out here. Like, look, it's all great, you know? Like, I'm so free right now. I'm so free. What? Freely, like, accepting chaotic bullshit in your life, right? Where there's no actual union here. There's no coming together, right? This isn't a happy fucking home, whatever it is, right? How can you pretend that doesn't exist in your world right now, Aquarius, when it's right there? It's what you're experiencing. I know you're burdened by it too, but like you don't want to walk away from it either. Why would you stay in a fucking unhappy home that has no peace, no harmony, no balance? Like this is some shitty shit right here. And you could free yourself, but you're like, I am free. I'm everything's great, right? Are you posting happy pictures of happy snaps on Facebook, man, pretending like your life's all good, and behind the scenes, man, it's like fucking, do you know what I mean? Just like, constant explosive battling energy here, right? Because you've got attachment issues, right? I can't walk away. What's the struggle here, right? You need to, again, get the C4 out, Aquarius. Get the C4 out, right? Take this risk here. Yeah, it's going to feel risky, right? But that's you getting to the other side where you can protect yourself from some bullshit, right? But you're like, oh no, it's okay. I don't mind you know, manipulating myself and being manipulated. It's all right. Aquarius, man, get the C4. Get the fucking C4. It's like person brings you bad news. This person also could like again, I'm just like, again, this is a very, not a good energy, Aquarius, man. This is somebody who, as well, like, I'm getting as well with that Page of Wands in reverse. So this could be somebody that's younger than you, Aquarius, that, like is very like flirtatious and sexual, and like again could be like, you know, seeking attention from other people as well. Like this could be somebody that's like sexting other people and just, you know what I mean, like feeling those low vibrational needs, and you're like, oh no, everything's all good, we're like happy, all happy and shit together, right? Like look at us, it's all balanced out and everything's all like, Aquarius, man, who are you hitting, right? It's all great, like, you know, oh no, like, you know, we he and I have like this great connection together and blah 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 blah, right? Tell the fucking truth, man. Tell the fucking truth, right? Ain't no happy days out here. It's not any happy days out here. You are fucking miserable in this situation, right? And let me tell you, there's other people around you that can see that, right? They're getting a good perspective of this shit, but you aren't, right? But you're happy to leave yourself hanging, right? I'll just leave myself hanging here, you know? Just hanging in, you know, my happiness, right? Just take another snap for IG, right? Another Snapchat, and let's just get on with it. Aquarius, man, stop selling yourself short here in this situation, right? Stop selling yourself short here in the situation. That's not healthy, right? This is toxic, man, right? But you seem to be okay with people who, you know, you catch them being deceptive, cheating, lying on you, like lying to you and shit. Like you're okay with people's recklessness. You're like, it's all good. We're in a happy home, right? We're still moving forward together, right? Oh, but I love him, right? I love him. Aquarius, that's not the case, right? This is not your true energy, right? You must be codependent on this person or something, right? You've got no self-love or self-respect here. Whoever I'm talking to, whoever needs to hear this message, you have no self-respect. You have no self-worth, right? None whatsoever. Because you would allow somebody who's sitting in this energy, right? King of Wands in the reverse, right? Who thinks this fucking shit don't fucking stink all up in his fucking ego, right? That's why he fucking does this shit. That's why he sexts other women, right? That's why he does that shit. Because you allow it. You allow him to cross your boundaries, right? And whatever karma he's got, you've attached yourself to it. I'm telling you, Aquarius, man, this is going to end up in a very, very unhappy situation, right? Very, very unhappy. Right, look. This one's got, man, you are with, what are you with? A fucking man-child? Again, I don't know. Am I talking to an Aquarius who could be dating somebody younger than them or something? Right? Because they're coming up as Page in the reverse. And like, this isn't a fucking, I'm channeling the energy of a feminine Aquarius energy who is fucking herself up for a man. Because she won't get to C4 and blow it up, right? Has he broken you down that much, man? Because that's what it looks like, right? That this energy has broken you down that much and you just accept it. You're just like, oh, this is as good as it's going to get. This is as good as it's going to get, right? Aquarius, man, fuck. It's just, what, is this an old friend or something, right? Like, oh, but we've been like, you know, like, it was just an old friend and, you know, we got back together and like, oh, everything's great, right? There's so much passion here between us, right? So much passion. But it is the truth. Aquarius, man. You tell yourself like this is all passion and truth, man. Right? Oh, no, there's no illusions here. Right? This person isolates you though, right? This person isolates you. I'm telling you. This person, you're covering for somebody. It's like you're covering for somebody. Right? This person also, again, lazy, broke, right? Oh my God, right? Like it's Three of Wands in the reverse, Justice in the reverse, right? But you're like, oh, let me just, you know, no, Aquarius, man, stop covering for this fucking person, right? I'm talking to also somebody who, again, you connect, right? You are highly intuitive, right? But you go in the wrong fucking direction here, okay? You go in the wrong direction here because this person or this situation or your past has literally broken you down into being powerless here. It's like you've given your power away. You're just and you put on a smile every day and you're like, but I'm great, right? Like I'm good with the way that he treats me. So you're good with being abused. Are you good with being abused? 11. You're good with being in a situation, being a happy family and being abused every day, are you? Being treated like shit, lied to, betrayed, right? Probably like physically abused, mentally abused, right? That's what this energy is showing me. This is Aquarius, man. That's heartbreaking, man. It is heartbreaking, right? It really is. You're lying to yourself here, and you've got no fucking boundaries, Aquarius, right? None. And that's heartbreaking, man. To see an energy, right? Look at you, man. Like, that's heartbreaking. Like, I've got no boundaries. I'm just like, none. I don't, not using your brain, right? Not thinking clearly, but lying to yourself on top of it. Chris, you can't keep doing that, man, right? And you're giving too much to this person, right? You're giving them your soul, right? Nothing's good's coming in for you, right? You're probably the only one who works out here too, Aquarius, right? Or you're probably the only one who has any sort of income coming in, working on anything, right? You can't pretend that this is not the energy that you're in, right? You can't. You can't ignore this anymore, Aquarius, right? You cannot allow this person to constantly, like just battle you and then they walk away. What do they do? Do they walk away to like somebody else every time after they've had a fight with you? Do they cause fights with you, Aquarius, just to go cheat or some shit on you? Right, and then leave you there with the 3 swords there fucking feeling heartbroken, huh? But like, right? Just turn around and fucking look at it. It's there, right? It's right behind your back, baby. Just turn around, right? You're like, no, everything's working out fine for me. Aquarius, man, this individual has fucking broken you down. Like, they've broken you down. They've broken you down. This looks like I'm reading for somebody who's in a domestic violence situation, or like, again, like you're a fucking prisoner to this fucking connection. What is it? You feel like you can't get out? I don't understand it, Aquarius. I really fucking don't, man. Like for your sake, man, like I do. Whoever needs to fucking hear this, man, I do. I wish you nothing but love and fucking strength, man, to see the fucking truth, right? That you don't need to be putting yourself through this, right? That you need to find somebody, right, that can help you get out of this. Again, if it's a DV situation, right? Find a way of getting out, right? Find a way. This you're going to end up, again, this is killing your soul, Aquarius, right? This is soul killing shit. And you're just trying to put on this brave face, man. And again, not living your authentic truth, right? The more you're getting abused, not living your authentic truth, I'm telling you, you're going to have to start having health problems, mental health problems. Like, you could be having like issues with like eating at the moment, disruptions with your sleep, right? You could be losing weight rapidly. There's something going on as well with your health, Aquarius, man. Like, I'm telling you, it's because of this situation, right? You're not really happy, and you could change the status quo here, but you got to make a choice. You've got to make a choice here, right? You got to make a choice here to leave the shit behind, right? Feel the energy in the entirety of this situation. How does it feel? Does it feel good? Does it feel bad, right? Because I'm telling you, Aquarius, man, if it's off, it fucking is off, right? And you are feeling so off. The energy is so off here. Like, you're burdened, you're stressed, your body's aching, right? It is making you fucking sad, right? You're sacrificing yourself for no good reason. There's nothing that this person's giving you in return, right? This person controls you, manipulates, does whatever the fuck they want, right? But you're like, you're committed though. You're committed, right? But are you using your wisdom about who you should be committed to? You're not using your wisdom. You're not using your head here, okay? You've probably been through similar situations or shit relationships, right, where you should be able to identify that this isn't right, and you do. You need to take your power back, Aquarius, right? From whatever the situation is, right? You need to take your power back from this situation, this person. You need to put an end to allowing somebody to control you like that, man. 144 sitting on my screen again. Continue to work hard, right? Towards, what do you truly want though, Aquarius? Because I don't think anyone goes, oh, yes, this is what I want, right? Nobody makes a list, man, for these types of qualities in a human being or a connection or relationship. Like, that's... Would anybody go, oh, yes, I would like a toxic, abusive, narcissistic, cheating, lying, scumbag piece of shit, right? Who literally, like, fuck the third party, like, literally on the couch behind me while I'm not looking or some shit, right? Or like, oh, we're sleeping in separate bedrooms and he's sneaking her into the other room. Like, that's the kind of energy this person has, right, that you're dealing with. And is that on your list, Aquarius? That's not what you wanted. That's not what you signed up for. And you shouldn't. You deserve better. But if you don't give yourself better, then you're not going to get it, right? You need to recognize your self-worth here. Unfortunately, it's been stripped, right? It's been stripped. Again, it's like, I don't know why I have concern. It's like I've got concern for whoever's energy this is, right? Because this is a person who, again, maybe is trapped in this situation and actually can't leave. Again, if this is DV, somebody's controlling, has their phone, that sort of shit, this is somebody that actually needs fucking help escaping this situation. I just want to say, like, if you know an Aquarius, right, that's in this fucking situation, like, please help this person if you can, man, because this isn't good. It really isn't. It's really not a good energy for what I'm picking up. Oof. Putting faith in just whatever you know, right? Aquarius is just putting faith in, oh, I know them, you know, so they're just blindly putting their faith in this person. Anyway, Aquarius, man, look, if that's your energy, that's the read you needed to hear. I really hope that you are able to see that you're worth better than what you're experiencing right now and choose to make a decision to seek better for yourself, right? And get yourself out of this situation. Go heal. You're going to need to take a lot of time to heal from this abuse, right? This level of betrayal, abuse, and control and manipulate. Like, you're going to need some serious time away from connections where you can start to build yourself up, learn to love yourself, grow that self-worth, and hopefully one day be healed enough to be able to choose the right person to spend your life with, right? But it starts with strength, right? Having the strength to get up and fucking walk away from shit that we know doesn't serve us. And sometimes for some people, that is the hardest thing. Grace, I'm sending you a lot of fucking love, whoever you are out there in the fucking world, man. I'm sending you a lot of fucking love, man, because it's fucking heartbreaking. Fixed signs, man, get unfixed, right? And if you are going to be fixed, make sure it's that you're fixing yourself, right? If there's any fixed energy, right, it's fixing these issues, right? Fixing these shortcomings, right? Fixing our mindset so that we attack these things, right, head on. We face these things head on, and again, get moving on this shit. We want. Well, Spirit wants us to listen to the signs and synchronicities and messages about what we need to do to get it, and not keep putting our hands up going, waiting for that. I'm waiting, Spirit, I'm waiting. Like, why isn't this, Spirit, like, stop putting your hand out, man. We've given you our hand, right? And the hand was like full of information, right? Like, Spirit's hand was full of like documents, information, healing modalities, ideas, thought, right? That they've been trying to offer you to take that now, right? Then you can go putting your hand back out to Spirit, right? Once you've worked through that, then they'll be like, sweet, you took that. Yep. Now you're ready for more. Love you guys. I know that was fucking intensely harsh, man. Like, it was intentionally harsh, and these readings are very heavy for me to have to channel and read, right? Like, I'll be looking forward to after tomorrow's done and dusted, right? We can get back to like other readings, because I'm feeling the fucking weight of this shit in my physical body with these readings the past few days. And I can't wait to get out of the fucking energy, man, and again get some different readings, man. But Scorpio season, man, year number 9, it's a tough one, right? It's a tough one. I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves. If you guys want to come back into the next live in 10 minutes, we're going to do live little mini reads, just hopefully have some laughs and some good times, right? Because that was, again, heavy shit, man. Everything I've been reading the past few days, even off the channel, has been very, very heavy. So we could use some uplifting energy if you guys want to join us. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one, or I'll see you next time, all right? Bye for now.